Yeah, the lighting's pretty cool.
I've got the red for the devil, and Bree, you can be the angel with your angelic blonde hair.
Yeah.
Okay, can everyone see us? Can everyone hear us? I'm on a laptop, and I don't know that I've done this before.
You guys can blame me for the 7 minutes behind schedule.
Well,
literally on me.
I wasn't going to say anything, but that's totally true.
Oh, can we? Oh, of course.
Okay, cool. So they can hear us and they can see us.
Awesome!
Awesome, fantastic.
Guys.
Thanks for coming to the Twitch stream. The goal here is just to kind of introduce ourselves for a few minutes. We'll answer a couple quick questions, and then we'll get over to the meat in the AMA, because I don't want to take away from the AMA, but I figured, like, AMAs are kind of impersonal. You can't see everybody or hear everybody. So, I don't know. You guys want to start?
Yeah, for sure.
Who are you? What are you
Oh,
doing here?
I was like reading the comics, so I wasn't even listening to you. So then you're like, do you want to start? I was like, start what? But yeah, I'm down.
The chat's really small, so if you see us like leaning forward, it's not because we're on like a boat or anything.
Oh, the hair. Thank you. Booty Farts 22 may be the best handle ever.
Nice.
Well, I'm Brianna Knickerbocker. I play Princess Rosa in the game. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
What else do you do? What else would they would have seen then?
Oh, what else do I do?
Yeah.
I was like going to say, like, I sing,
Well, sure.
I pole dance, but then you're like, what else did they see? I'm like, oh, okay, totally different. Fire Emblem games, ReZero. I don't know, like lots of random stuff. Rising of a Shield Hero, that's new and exciting. Konosuba, okay, that's it.
Sweet. Cool.
Greg Chun, I play Count. And other things, Super Smash Brothers on Ike, Fire Emblem, and I guess if anybody played Nier, I was Adam, one of the villains.
Oh, right.
And I'm Dr. Harold Richard in Overwatch. Oh, and I'm Barbie's dad, for anybody who cares, which I'm sure is nobody. And then up this summer, Joe and I actually in a game together called Judgment, which is going to be super awesome, a spin-off of the Yakuza series. So
it's going to be super cool. I think we both wrapped, right? So we're all done.
We're all done.
That game is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I am Joe Zieja. I am the voice of Full Band in Ace Combat 7. Other stuff you might have heard me. I was Fox McCloud in Star Fox Zero, The Battle Begins. I was Rider of Red or Achilles in Fate Apocrypha. I've been in Gundam, JoJo's. Again, we're in the Yakuza game. I was Cesar in Just Cause 4, if you like the sandbox open world games. Science fiction, fantasy author. And
were you in my Gundam movie or a different Gundam?
I wasn't in the movie. I was in Iron Blooded Orphan season 2.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I just did a Gundam thing.
Yeah, in which I also died. I died awful lot. That's
so fun.
Yeah, we died.
I love dying.
So
what's the best is dying in live action dubs. It's always super gnarly. It's just super gnarly. Like I always seem to get shot in the head. Whoever I'm playing, like I die by.
Well, that's not a very.
That's like a typecast. Like, why are you getting typecast as being shot in the head? I had a terminal illness phase where I would like just got characters with terminal illnesses. I was like, what does this mean? Why am I attracting this?
You and I did a dub called Battleship Island.
Yeah,
I was on that as well.
What?
Were you?
Yes.
That's so funny.
I was the dude, like the main dude. What was his name? The guy.
Bad guy?
No, that was Brad Venable did the bad guy, I think, in that movie. I can't remember his name.
Is it out? Can we watch it?
I'm pretty sure it's out.
I got my dad the DVD. I don't know if it's streaming anymore.
Oh my God. I want to borrow it from you.
Let's see what's going on the chat here.
Yes.
Compliments to Greg for playing Adam very well from Sly Cooper Fan 1, who I think is Zedek, right? You're the admin of the AMA. So thanks for hosting this.
Yeah, man.
Joe, has anyone told you look like John Krasinski every day? John Krasinski has literally made my career because all the specs that I get that say we want someone like John Krasinski, I book it right away because I sound like him too. And now people are starting to tell me that I look like him.
Crazy.
Have you guys played the game? Have you played the game yet?
I have not, but I watched some of the playthrough on YouTube.
Yeah.
I cannot play the game because I get motion sickness super easy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, geez. Even on like a PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, I have my PS4 that I haven't even taken out of the box yet. That's my birthday in November.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I know, it's terrible.
I haven't played it yet, but it's the next game that I'm going to stream. I stream games that I'm in, so I just finished Just Cause 4, and I think I'm going to switch over to Ace Combat. I was waiting for this to be done.
Cool.
So.
Did you run into my character in Just Cause 4? I was like a movie producer kind of working.
Did you work with Misty Lee?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sure I did. I don't know that I recognized it as you.
Yeah.
But I played through the whole game, and I did a lot of Garland stuff because it was awesome.
Nice.
I want to thank you. I'm happy you liked Rita. Omega EGQ.
Egg. Omega
Letters.
Egg. EGG.
EGG.
Omega Egg. No, I didn't get it on PC. I had it on PS4, and I stream it through there.
Chun looks like he works out.
Oh man, I am rowing.
Totally ripped.
You should check out my legs. My legs are the rippest girl legs ever.
Well, you used to be you're still a dancer.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, you got that in the bag. How involved were you guys with the storyline? Did you just record a set of lines and they were organized after, or do we have some insight as to your characters' arcs? We usually know nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
I think that's pretty. Yeah, we know nothing about the story beforehand.
Yeah, they tell us as we go.
Yeah. A lot of times we do get to, I mean, sometimes you can ask to have the lines in context. So when it gets to your line, you can glance at the script and see who's saying what before and after you. So you've got some kind of.
For sure.
I definitely prefer it that way than just lines.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Part of the job of the director is to provide you with context. So, like if it's just a whole list of lines for you, you'd be like, well, why am I saying this? You can hear it if you go back into games like voice acting was just kind of starting. You hear someone say the phrase like, "What did you say?" And it's actually supposed to be clarifying, like, "Oh, what did you say?" Mm-hmm. But it comes out offensive, like, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
What did you? And it was clear, like, they didn't have the context for that.
Exactly.
So yeah, the director usually gives us context. Sometimes we get to see the full script.
Or in the case of, what was that game with all your base are belong to us? The line was, "What you say." What you say?
Yeah.
Did you remember that? Do you remember the whole meme?
No.
What?
Is that from?
Does anybody know about friggin' all your base are belong to us, or just
all your base are belong to us? Is yeah.
Yeah.
You've never
Zero Wing. That's right.
I've never seen it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's like one of the
incredible.
worst translated Nintendo games
best
of
thing
all
ever.
time.
Oh my gosh, it's so great.
Holy crap, that's moving fast. You guys moving too fast.
So many words.
Yes, Mami Okada was the casting director. Eric Weiss was. You guys can answer all these questions for us. What are we here for? I'll see you guys later.
I know stuff. My gosh. Mommy was the casting director. I remember getting the audition for the other princess, which Christina V plays, and Rosa. I felt really good about the Rosa audition because my voice sounded identical to the Japanese, and I matched her really well. And I booked that one, and yeah, Christina V plays the other princess.
Sorry about the cap spamming. The mod bot that I'm using is kind of new, so I haven't taught it what I want and what I don't want yet.
What's cap spam?
It's like someone keeps typing in all caps because they're really excited, and then someone like times them out for a minute. So sorry about that.
No more caps for you. Slow down on the caps, okay?
Yeah. Slow that caps roll.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going. Yeah.
Do you speak any foreign languages, Brianna?
I speak like a tiny bit of Japanese. I cannot converse, but I can kind of interject with like little things here and there. Like, me too, and oh, I love that, and what did you do today? But I can't converse.
Moi, je parle français. S'il y a quelqu'un qui parle français ici, on peut parler ensemble.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Я говорю так чуть-чуть по-русски.
Whoa! Yeah!
Nani desu ka?
And a little bit of Arabic, but that's all. That's all from the military days.
Oh, from military days. I was going to say, are you part Arabic?
No.
I'm actually part Arabic, but I don't know any Arabic.
Well.
I'm part Lebanese. Randomly
Maybe
enough.
Polish. No, I'm afraid not. I wish.
I know. I'm the
You're
only.
most Polish.
I'm actually half Polish, and I don't speak any Polish.
Oh, that's so
I can count to 5, and that's about it.
But when I was in school in France, there was a Polish girl in my class.
That's it.
That's
almost like I speak
anything?
Polish. Yeah, does that matter?
That's completely related to speaking Polish. Absolutely.
We had a sandwich together once.
Wow. Yeah. So it must have
Osmosisized.
Yeah, exactly.
Sly Cooper fan wants you to translate the French in the game's credits. Apparently, there's French in the.
I'm sure it's all just produced by.
Yeah, for sure. Tell Joe and Greg to go to solitary, please. I know you are not. Please yell solitary at them. Oh.
Yeah, that's like a thing in the game where everyone's always threatening because we're like everyone in Spare Squadron's a criminal.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it's like they're threatening us with solitary confinement. So my Twitter's been aflame with people yelling at me to go to solitary, which is cool.
Solitary would be okay as long as you're allowed to have a gaming system. I'm pretty sure you're not.
No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's.
I don't think it works that way.
Polish is weird. I always think it sounds like Russian, but like super, super drunk.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
Well, because like in Russian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
In Polish, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just like it just falls out of your mouth.
Wow, that's so interesting to me.
You know what's weird to me? Portuguese. Not weird.
Portuguese is a strange
Portuguese
language.
is, well, it's
Can't
strange to me
imagine
because
it.
it kind of sounds like French, and then it kind of sounds like Spanish, and then I think I know what they're saying, but I totally
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
And I think I just suck.
I feel like Dr. Harold Winston was modeled after. I don't know who Dr. Harold Winston is. Do
He
you?
was in Overwatch. He was the.
He's your guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's my guy. But he's the scientist who raises Winston the gorilla when he's a little monkey baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I suppose if they did a white version of me, that would be Dr. Harold Winston.
Yeah. Okay.
I just need the glasses.
Is there a process you guys go through when getting into characters like these? Does the director tell you what they want from the character, let you make things up as you go along? Usually it's collaborative, you know?
Yeah, but I really let the writing inform the character because you can read so much just from the lines. You know, whether a person is saying, hello, how are you today? I'm like, oh, this person's more proper. This person's a little bit more reserved. Or, hey, what's up? Like, I'm going to be more relaxed, a little bit more urban, like chill. The lines completely change.
Yeah, like for Full Band was an intel officer who was a pilot, which is not the way it goes. By the way, I'm an ex-Air Force officer.
A real one.
Like a real one. I actually brought...
Like a real one.
I totally
my old flight cap.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's
with the
so
captain.
Cool.
I was like,
okay, this is legit. Right
I was
here.
a captain in the Air Force. It's real.
Wow. Badass.
I wrote my first commercial that I wrote music for was a Marines commercial.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw it on your webpage. It was
did.
cool.
Back in the it's so old.
Thank you for buying God Eater 3 and Ace Combat 7. I appreciate you.
God Eater 3. I think I'm in that.
Everybody's in it.
Oh, okay,
You're
good.
probably in it.
Yeah, if you're not in it, then just get out of this business.
You know, it's like there's so many actors in it. It's just like the biggest cast ever. It's almost as big as like Shenmue.
Yes, I was actually an intel officer in the Air Force. That was my actual job. I was not a pilot.
Cool.
What roles have you taken that you felt the least qualified for, and what did you do to meet the needs of the performance? That's a really interesting question.
Wow, that is really good.
Gosh, pretty much anytime somebody casts me as a big gruff villain, I'm like, that's not me. I'm like this peppy hero. Like I did Fox, you know, like that's not the guy that. So usually it's just I ruin my throat. That's what I do. Absolutely ruin my voice to get into this big gruff, and then it's that's.
I'll tell you, for me, it's when they cast when I get cast as something where I play younger than I'm comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard for me because my voice is not high by default, and so having to kind of pinch off my voice in order to create that more youthful performances, it's just very challenging to maintain for me.
Yeah.
And I just have to try and keep the attitude because a lot of times if your voice necessarily isn't high, but you have the attitude of a younger person, you can still sell it.
They can sell it, yeah.
But it's hard. It's challenging for me.
And for me, it's stronger characters. Like Claire in God Eater 3 was actually a more difficult character for me because I'm not very like strong. So like I had to like be super tough and strong-willed and everything, and it was actually very hard for me.
Cool. Thanks, Jetstream Mike 98. We had a fun time working on it. I'm glad you liked it. No, there was no. I didn't improv spoof war thing. They told me at the beginning that Full Band was the intel officer, and I just want to say like that's the second time or the third time that the studio that record Bang Zoom. Now, like being an intel officer, 3 times now they've hired me for characters who is an intel officer and then killed me. So I don't know if they're trying to say something, but like that's happened 3 times now.
God.
And I'm like, guys, stop typecasting me and then killing me.
Funny.
What else is in here? Let's see. Greg, how does it feel to be voicing someone that looks like Logan Paul?
Okay, I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm not gonna touch Logan Paul.
Yeah,
with
right?
a 10-foot pole.
No.
That's a great question.
What have been our favorite roles so far? That's a softball. It's a softball.
Good one, though.
I actually adored voicing Rin in Catherine Fullbody. That's coming out in September. I hope you guys all get it and play it. She's such a precious, sweet little cinnamon roll. You guys will love her so much. I like legit cried while recording that role. It was such a fun one.
Oh, that's awesome. For me, it's the game that Joe and I are doing. I'm playing Yagami, and it's really my first true protagonist role, and so
cool.
I'm just super psyched about it. And it was such a great team.
Yeah,
working with those guys, the localization team and Keith over at PCP, they're just so much fun and just a really great supportive environment. So I'm super psyched for it.
I think my favorite was Fox McCloud because Fox McCloud.
Because
Like that was just awesome. All right, we'll take like 2 more questions and then we're hungry, so we're gonna eat lunch and get to the actual AMA. See what I missed. Note to self: cast Jay-Z as an intel officer and kill him off. Thanks, Booty Parts. Get on the bandwagon.
Buzzing.
I really loved Brianna's performance as Princess Rosa and was blown away. Now, a question for Miss Brianna. What traits of Princess Rosa do you prioritize in your voice acting, and how do you get them across?
Well, Princess Rosa is super proper. You know, she has a duty to be patriotic to her people and to, you know, help these 2 warring nations come together. So it's just all about being proper and kind of like those classic princess traits you imagine when you hear the word princess.
The fact that you just called it the full bandwagon, that was amazing. Spaceman.
Major point.
NJ, if I were to cast anybody to play that, so he's talking about R. Wilson Rogers as the protagonist in my science fiction series. I always thought Chris Pratt would be an excellent Rogers, but you know, I don't have several $1 million. All right, one more question. Do you guys know why you weren't credited in the game? That just kind of happens with localization.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like that.
Yeah, we don't really have a say, and you know, like they're obviously not trying to keep it a secret. We all talk about it, and like it comes out in the announcements. It's just like it's just a thing. I don't know.
Even with animes, I mean, all the localization stuff. Really, I'm trying to think if I've ever even been credited for a localized thing.
You guys like spicy food?
Not super spicy.
Do you want to eat one of these?
Let's find out.
Entertain people because they're super spicy.
What is it?
It's like a corn tortilla chip. It's just spicy.
This is how we're gonna close it out. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Greg has poisoned all of us.
Yeah.
Oh no, he ate one. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so spicy.
that's not so bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is gonna be it for our stream. Thank you so much for stopping by.
You guys are awesome.
We will be
Love
on.
you.
We're gonna eat lunch and then we're gonna start answering questions on the AMA. So if you got other questions, drop it into the Reddit. And thanks so much. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.